Hi everybody and welcome back to the VGC Casters Cup Week 2. And I am David, the coach of the Winchester Murkrows, and we are up against Arceus Aurelius, one of the Go-Casters, or Markus, as he is probably known to a lot of other people as well. So he's got a very interesting team here and a lot of threats that we really need to be scared of. Especially coming off the back of last week where we unfortunately lost to Sierra quite handily with her Ogerpon Golden Go combination. I don't want to be losing that hard again. So, looking at just the general threats that Markus has here, that Hisui and Goodra is just enemy number one. Dragon Steel type is really scary for my team. I don't have a fighting type to hit it, and my ground coverage is Crocodile, which can then be kind of countered with Markus's other threats like the Brute Bonnet and the Palafin. So, that's all to say as well that Goodra has just really good defenses, right? So actually, I'm not going to get any one-hit KOs on it either. So I can't actually snipe it. And on top of that, it can run so many different sets. It can go special, it can go physical, it can go body press setup, it can go support life dew, so it's really hard to prepare for. So that is a lot of what I've been prepping for the entire team, basically. But there are 5 other Pokemon that Markus could bring. Now, if you look at Volcarona and Landorus, they're 2 other top tier picks that Markus chose. They're both weak to water, so actually I'm not too scared about them. I think at least one of them will come. One of them is probably likely to be benched, but yeah, both of them don't have a great time into me. Brute Bonnet, however, looks really good. Grass type, of course, resists water, and electric, and my Prankster moves from Thunderous, because it's dark type. So a really good selection there. Brute Bonnet, Goodra, going to be really strong. Both pretty slow as well, so it makes sense if Trick Room were to come, for instance. So Mimikyu, I'm maybe expecting here. Maybe Espeon as well. Markus does have to respect the threat of my Shadow Tag, which I've seriously considered bringing here. So having like a natural Ghost type in that Mimikyu makes sense to bring. Palafin can make use of my own Rain, so I'm kind of expecting Palafin, and can do a lot of damage across the board. And Toxicroak can also make use of my Rain by healing up with their Dry Skin ability. So kind of expecting that too. But Ambipom also just with a really fast fake out could be really useful too. Overall, a lot of scary threats that I haven't even covered them all either. So let's just show you what I've created. Okay, so we're starting with Baxcalibur, which does look excellent into Markus's team. So the Ice typing is really nice, obviously, into the Brute Bonnet, which is going to be a big threat. And the Oricorio Pom-Pom, if for some reason it comes. And with the multi-hit moves and loaded dice, can get around some of the frailer Pokemon, especially if they want to run a Focus Sash. So Riolu, Ambipom, Espeon, that sort of thing, will just drop to that if I get enough hits. I think I need 5 hits for some of those, but 4 hits can obviously still do a lot of damage. And because of the part Dragon typing, it's not actually weak to Fire. So into Volcarona it's decent too, and hits on its more squishy physical defensive side. Landorus obviously just drops to Ice Claw Spear even after it's been intimidated, so generally it just looks really nice. And Sword Stance needs to just get that boost up, which is I would probably need versus the Hisui and Goodra. Thermal Exchange makes sense too, because there's a few options for Will-O-Wisp on their end and for Flame Body. Not that actually I'm going to be making any contact, but still makes a lot of sense here. And then Terra Water, I wanted to be able to still resist water after Terra to take on Palafin's attacks, but not be weak to the steel moves that Goodra could run. Base points, mainly it was just speed at +1 with the Scale Shot, speed boost to outspeed Ambipom, which is Markus's fastest Pokemon, and just as much damage as possible, and the rest in HP, to be honest. Wasn't too much thought into this one. It just looks really good. Next up is Crocodile. So, Crocodile, it also looks very good here. Again, got to still watch out for the Brute Bonnet and the Palafin, but it is my #1 way to hit this Goodra for naturally super effective damage. So, I've got an Assault Vest set here, so it's got the best matchup I can try and find into it. So I can take on the special attacking sets that Goodra is very good at using. And with Intimidate, I can lower the physical attack if it's running physical moves. And if it's the body press set, then I can go for the Terra Ghost and resist body press. So there's a lot of... Yeah, I've really tried to make this Crocodile just counter this Goodra. Horsepower does a lot of damage. Yeah, definitely not obviously getting a one-hit KO. Goodra's got very good defense. And Earthquake is the spread option there, in case Brute Bonnet is next to it, and I'm next to Thunderous, then I can use that too. And then, of course, it also has plenty of utility against other Pokemon as well. Rock Slide, particularly against Volcarona, and Knock Off, just for removing items generally, and one-hit KOing Espeon if for some reason it comes. And yeah, as you can see, it's just really bulky here. So there's a few counts here that survives, I think, like -1 attack, Brute Bonnet, some grass moves, like if it's Loaded Dice Bullet Seed, for instance, I can take on some of those hits. Some Palafin hits, it survives as well. And some powerful Volcarona Bug Buzzes, it also survives on the special defensive side. So I'm hoping Crocodile can pull it out the bag here. I'm a little bit worried that I'm not using Protect on it, because that's obviously another way to keep a Pokemon safe, is have Protect, but then I kind of wanted all 4 moves and the extra bulk, so overall I think the trade-off for Assault Vest looks good. Next up is Clefable. So, first time bringing Clefable here, didn't bring it last week, and it's one of my A tiers, but it generally did look very good here. So, Fairy typing naturally is decent into Brute Bonnet, but it's the redirection that I really wanted, because it's another way to, again, support Crocodile, help Baxcalibur setup, and also a way to redirect those spores away from Brute Bonnet, because I'm obviously holding the safety goggles. And Moonblast is a good way to hit it for super effective damage, and just general chip into everything else. Now, there's an interesting thing on here, which is the ability, I suppose, which is Cute Charm. So there is one guaranteed gender on Markus's side, and it's the Landorus Therian, which is always male. So if it goes through a contact move into Clefable, then there's a chance it can become infatuated, because I've chosen to go with a female Clefable. And otherwise, I'm just hoping that Markus has brought male Pokemon so that I can make the use of that. But the main thing I'm using Cute Charm for is just so I'm not unaware. Because Crocodile is so important, it's going to be getting intimidated across the board quite a lot. Now, unaware obviously ignores opponent stat changes, like ignores Quiver Dances or ignores, Bulk Up or something. But it will also ignore Intimidate drops on physical Pokemon. And when I was clearing this, actually, I think Crocodile is going to be intimidating a lot of Pokemon a lot of the time, and then Clefable wants to redirect array those attacks. But then if it's not making use of the Intimidate, it's a bit of a waste, and in fact taking, sometimes 50% more damage than it should do. So actually, I felt Unaware was more of a hindrance here than a help. Particularly as I've got other ways of dealing with Volcarona Quiver Dance. So I thought about Magic Guard, but I'm not wanting to run like a Life Orb set here, and there's not a lot of, poison options here. I think it's Toxicroak, but yeah, so a Cute Charm was left, basically, so that's why I'm using it. And then the Terra Waters, so I've got a Terra type that can resist Steel, again from the Hisui and Goodra. Thunder Wave for a little bit of speed control, just spreading some paralysis, so just doing a little bit of what Fluttermane's currently doing in Regulation Set F. And Protect to kind of keep it around, create some mind games, yeah. And the general bulk there, again, is to kind of survive some specific Brute Bonnet attacks, because obviously I'm not resisting grass in any scenario with Clefable, and also to take on some Flash Cannon hits from Goodra. Politoed. So I am actually pretty drizzled this week, as you can see, because you can see the rest of my team is likely to benefit from it. So there's not a lot that Politoed is going to do here necessarily, other than really set the rain and help everybody else out. So given that Markus doesn't have any Wide Guard, I did want a Spread Water move of some sort, as I don't have it on Ludicolo. So Muddy Water generally look good, and I thought Hypnosis also generally looked good too. And Zoom Lens is going to help boost the accuracy up of both of those moves. And given Politoed's kind of middling speed tier, it's often going to be going last whether in or outside of Trick Room. And hopefully you get some accuracy drops, so we put some stuff to sleep, and just gives my Pokemon a little bit more breathing room, really. Terra Grass makes a lot of sense as well, as a natural Terra typing here. so I can take on Brute Bonnet's grass moves and the spores as well. And yeah, Helping Hand is going to be really good here to boost up the damage. So Crocodile could get to a point where it can one-hit KO Goodra, for instance, with a high horsepower, and Excalibur as well, suddenly doing loads more damage. Yeah, I can see Politoed generally being a little bit of a... Next up is Ludicolo, so bringing it for the first time this draft as well, my only C tier that I'm choosing to bring. It's the Life Orb set with a lot of offense. So, this is one of my Pokemon that has Fake Out, obviously, which is really helpful, and also can go really quick. So I've given it a lot of speed, and mostly so it's a bit more insurance on a Quiver Dancing Volcarona, so I can still outspeed it after a Quiver Dance, and say Encore Lock it into Protect or Quiver Dance maybe, or even just kind of do the damage with Weather Ball or Energy Ball. Weather Ball is really strong, by the way, like especially with the Life Orb and the Rain, and I go with Terra Water, and there's Helping Hand with Politoed next to it. It's getting a lot of KOs, so I hope that gets to come out here. Ludicolo is, yeah, it doesn't have great stats, but it's got so much going for it otherwise. And then Palafin needs to get hit by something, so Energy Ball is obviously there for that. Ludicolo's natural typing is amazing here. Resisting Spore, kind of ignoring Rage Powder. Yeah, love it. And then finally, Thunderous. So, if you watch my week 1 Team Builder, you will see that this is almost the exact same Thunderous spread again. So, I didn't think I'd be bringing Defiant no-item Thunderous 2 weeks in a row, but here we are. It's just because if you look at Marcus's team, like there's so many flying weaknesses. Volcarona, Brute Bonnet, Toxicroak, Riolu, like all don't want to take it. So, and I don't have like reliable flying coverage on any of my other Pokemon, and Acrobatics just does really good damage. It also hits on the physical side for Volcarona's perspective too, which is where you want it. Toxicroak might run Assault Vest, for instance, so that's you also want it on the physical side. So it just looks really strong. So I'm probably just going to be clicking Acrobatics 90% of the time, honestly. Now, into Goodra, that's a little bit trickier. Resists both electric and flying. I'm in an R in between that third move on Thunderous, but I've landed on Hammer Arm. So it's not the best. It's not the most accurate. It lowers your speed, and Thunderous kind of wants its speed, but it does do more than 50% to most Goodra. So that's why I want it. Because with the Defiant ability, if Landorus kind of gets brought, then Defiant can get procced, and my damage is going to go sky high. Hammer Arm can then get a very close one-hit knockout on Goodra, for instance, and maybe with a Helping Hand or some chip from somewhere else, I can just be getting rid of it completely. And then Wild Charge is there, obviously, because it's reliable electric coverage, and is super effective into Palafin. Maximum speed, just so I can outspeed the Espeon and everything else. Couldn't find any specific calculations for bulk at all, and as much damage as possible was kind of needed as well. Because Acrobatics doesn't really get the KO and Brute Bonnet most of the time, but if for some reason Marcus is a little bit more of a frailer, speedier Brute Bonnet, for instance, then I might have a chance. And finally, Terra Grass, so I can resist Palafin's water moves, resist Spore, and ignore redirection from Brute Bonnet, for instance, as well. So that's the team. Okay, here we go. So Landorus is flying, Brute Bonnet Ghost, Toxicroak Ghost, Goodra Steel, Palafin Steel, Mimikyu Steel. Okay. Marcus knows I don't have a lot of things for Steel. Yeah, fair enough. Right, let's have a think. Oh no, wait, my Thunderous has no item. Oh, it's okay, Acrobatics. Right, pretty much what I thought. I'm happy to not see Riolu, actually, because that has Prankster Sunny Day. Definitely wanting to thrive in the rain. Goodra being Steel is interesting. So obviously Crocodile's looking really good there because it's super effective either way. Palafin in the lead could be scary. That's why Ludicolo in the back is almost kind of nice for that. Let's lead Thunderous. And like in practice with that, with the Fable, that seemed alright. And then Ludicolo, and then probably Politoed. Yeah, this Ludicolo looks good. Oh, I don't know about this, bringing Ludicolo without the rain, but I think Fake Out and Energy Ball for Palafin looks good. So let's see. Good luck, have fun to Markus. Alright. Now, this still could be self-proc weakness policy, which would be really annoying. I'm just going to straight up acrobatics. Obviously, it could fake out, to be fair. But I don't want to like double protect on a fake out, and then it's just suddenly a like side activation thingy, you know? So let's get back in, isn't it? Yep. So, right, so we're going to do that. And then probably Terra looks good here. Especially to these two threats. Let's see what happens. If it's just fake up plus attack, it's going to be pretty sad. Oh, acrobatics come straight out. Okay, stash. Fine. There's the dump shot. Okay, so it's good for the Terrid at least. And an Ice Beam. Okay. A lot of damage. Okay. Right, so let's just quickly see how much that should be doing. There's a lot. I didn't really expect Ice Beam as a move. A lot of damage. Okay, so it's not Life Orb, but it's just probably max special attack or something like that. So still possibly Assault Vest. Which would be interesting to know. Obviously I can KO Toxicroak here. Relatively simply. Does it protect as well? Fine. Gunk. Protect. Thunderbolts. Check. Fair enough. I thought he might use Thunder actually, given my rain, but Thunderbolt much more reliable. Fair enough. Okay. Good play. Krook looks pretty good here now. Now, how much does Ice Beam do to my Krook? So it actually should be an easy 3-hit KO. Which is pretty nice for me. Just trying to think what might be in the back here. Yeah, again, Acrobatics just looks so safe. There's not really much that wants to switch into that. And then I can just Earthquake probably here. Because it should do over 50%. And High Horsepower isn't getting the KO anyway. So yes. Toxicroak is yeah, being sashed most likely quite quick here. Yeah, it's base 85. Okay. Get the KO there, which is good. Okay, that's good damage. Down 3-2. So, not good. You Goodra would pop off. So annoying. Okay. Probably Draco Meteor is the last, because you probably want something... Oh no, Flash Cannon hits Bat Scallop super effective as well, so maybe something else. Goodra gets everything for coverage. What a good boy. Oh, I didn't check the genders of all the Pokemon, actually. So actually, you can see it actually would make a difference to my Cute Charm. Okay, Mimikyu comes out. Interesting. Took a while to think about that as well. Earthquake makes sense here for me. See, because it just gets rid of the Goodra. And then I get damage to the Mimikyu. Some range or something else as well. Oh, Landorus. Broody Bee. Okay. And the booster energy. Interesting. Defense. Okay. Glad I caught that. Wood Hammer. Cool. That's quick. Yeah, this is not looking so hot right now. KO either. That's a shame. One damage from my leading. Ooh. Citrus. Okay. Just gonna take some time for a second. Wood Hammer. Okay. And we've got Broody Bee. He's also come as well. Hard say. Yeah. Yeah, just a raw Wood Hammer. Fair enough. We get to another KO. And then Group 1's at least going to have to reveal what it's going to do, so yeah. I found out a lot, though, in this match, even though we're obviously going to lose this one. And I don't think I've revealed too much either. Lovely to get it. Crunch, yeah. Ooh, very close to a KO there. Yeah, I don't really want to reveal any other moves. Ooh, what I could find out is if Goodra is Sap Sipper. By targeting there, I think I'll do that. Booster, defense, some crunch. Very interesting, this defense, actually. Okay, not Sap Sipper. Alright, just know. Udigoli going out on its own terms. Okay. Fair enough, Marcus. Well played. Well played. Okay. We're going into game 2 now with a lot more info. Okay, so going to the next match, we've got to consider Bascalibur, right? If it's Sash and probably no bulk Toxicroak, then even a 4-shot on my multi-hit move might even one-hit KO it. So I'm quite keen to try it out. Obviously, the challenge is the fact that it could do a lot of damage with fighting movement to me. But again, with some little bit of support, it could work out. So, Crocodile as a lead there, for instance, would have been really good. Yeah, I just went down to 2. Like, he definitely doesn't, not aware that I'm Assault Vest yet. I'm really tempted to backs it up, actually. Yeah, maybe backs Clef. Yeah, backs Clef Krook. And maybe... thinking maybe Ludi again. Oh, without Clef in there, it was just so bad, wasn't it? So I'm actually going to go Thundy. So no rain at all. Let's see. How it been this time? Okay, that's definitely not good. But I haven't bought rain to boost it up, that's the main thing. Right, the new Mimikyu's a decent little bit speedy. It's definitely with the Citrus going to survive my attacks as well. I wonder if we see a Trick Room here. Wouldn't be the worst. So I'm thinking of just going Follow Me Swords Dance, honestly. Yeah. See what this does. I'm expecting Flip Turn on Palafin because you want it versus Shadow Tag Team. Okay. Life Orb. Whoa, okay. That's kind of scary. Flip turn. In comes Toxicroak. Okay. Alright. And again, Mimikyu's faster than Excalibur, which means it's definitely got some speed investment in it. Okay. So possibly not even have Trick Room. Very unusual though. Anyway, we're super boosted right now. So going for the Terror makes complete sense here, but also we just get baked out. So I'm tempted to just protect here. Because even if Trick Room goes up, then I most likely underspeed the Toxicroak. So let's do that. And I think it makes sense to just swap into Crocodile here, I think. Makes the most sense. Because it's not Clear Amulet or anything either. Why is Toxicroak looking up so far? Wah. Thanks, Excalibur. Protect. There's fake out. Okay, good. Mimikyu goes for. Ooh, it's the player up. Okay, good targeting. Doing over 50% as well. That's also quite good to know. That's got to be max attack, I think. Right. Both those targets, as I say, must be faster than me. But with the right targeting, we should be able to get around that. Question is, like, I'd love to just scale shot Toxicroak so that I'm then faster going into the next turn. If Trick Room goes out, could be a problem. Let's do it anyway. Playable Imp. And we check. Yeah, Scarfus gets some decent bulk, so hopefully we should be able to survive any sort of double up that comes out here. Combat, okay. That's a lot of damage. And then most likely play rough as well. Oh. It is Trick Room then. Okay. Nice play. I'm guessing this is Trick Room then. Bring Goodra. Oh. Covered it with the wood hammer and with speed tying. Crit. I don't know if the crit mattered actually. Really curious. Yeah, I think it mattered. Yeah. That should be doing less than 50%. That is really unfortunate. Okay. Oh no, because then Clefable then they had to like redirect away like jet punches and stuff, and oh man, it's all good. No Palafins in the back. Goodra comes in. Now what do we do? Is it hammer time? It might be. Yeah. Unfortunately, the Mimikyu is female as well, so I can't even keep charm stuff. Oh, that's so annoying. Right, I'm going to try and make a bit of a call here. Hopefully, Markus thinks Clefable is a bit more of a safe target. Times it with steel moves. Right, hammer arm. Boom. Love it. Okay. So now... Oh, there's the play rough. More 2-hit KO. Attack drop? No. Flash cannon. Alright. So now I can follow me if I want to. That would sacrifice the Clefable though. No, not necessarily. What if we do this? Does Markus call it though? It is protect. What move is it then? Is it like expert belt maybe? I'm so sure it was Assault Vest. Okay. Palafin is in the back. Surely you swap it. I really want to make that call. Oh, it doesn't do it. It's alright. Hopefully this should still KO. I think we've seen Clefable is faster, and I can just move Blast for the KO. Yeah. play Markus to taunt because now my Thunderous is left open to this Palafin. Oh, it's so strong, like dangerously, and it's life orb. Yeah, easily gonna like KO my Thunderous. And a minimal chance, assuming it's like out of the max attack. Even if I get the -1 block on it. I think we're gonna do this. Because I need somehow to get some damage on this Palafin, because it's like if it's max HP, then, or even if it's not, it's just not my KO. Okay, Dookie Dookie. Yeah, we force out a Terror, which I suppose is nice. Get this Palafin. Yeah. Red Crash. I don't actually mind this. This is probably better. Because it also chips it down. Where Wild Charge will hopefully KO. I'm curious to just play her up again. Which I will definitely survive, given there's 2 teammate drops on that Mimikyu now. I still haven't broken the disguise, which is a problem. Okay. Palafin's male, but when Veil takes a hit, then like it's just gonna get dropped. Okay, well Palafin is now Steel type, so Hammer Arm is probably not good. I'm still -1 speed as well, so it might just outspeed me anyway. I know the Mimikyu will. So I think I just need to follow me here. Maybe hope Palafin protects? Yeah, let's hope for that. No. That might be GG then. Wave Crash. Wave gets destroyed. So the Hammer Arm would have definitely been enough after that, all that recoil, but then like I still have a Mimikyu to deal with, which I need to hit twice at least. So yeah, imagine I go into Palafin there, Palafin goes down, Mimikyu's then faster than me, you get 2 off more attacks, and I need to get off at least 2. So yeah, there's no way I was taking this game. That. There's Palafin doing its thing. Wave Crash and Thunderous, and we lose week 2 on the Classics Cup. GG's to Markus, well played. Good brings there. And cool moves too. Yeah. Just gonna be thinking about that crit on that scale for like the rest of my life. But it's fine. It's like I definitely could have like played around that a little bit better. I think there was a few opportunities where I could have like punished a few defensive plays a little bit more, especially in that game one, Brute Bonnet coming in and just sponging up attacks very nicely. And yeah, not anticipating protects on Pokemon that hadn't yet revealed them yet. I maybe should have just been thinking a little bit more about that it just could just be protect there instead of playing a bit too safe. So lots to kind of think about in that match. But Markus has constructed a really good team. So really well played in the end there. And like actually the switch up to kind of bring the Palafin in the first place at that game, as soon as I dropped Ludicolo, yeah, it was a really good thought too. So well played. And we'll catch everybody in week 3. Bye for now.